A Soul Music Guide. Chapter 1. Soul music is the new version of rhythm and blues. Soul music info. Soul music is a combination of rhythm and blues and gospel which began in the late 1950s. Soul is romantic and spiritual R&B. Soul became associated with Berry Gordy when he started Motown Records. It was considered soul music because he signed mostly black artists. The TV show Soul Train hosted by Don Cornelius was a great showcase for soul music. At the same time, some black artists were big in the mainstream like Dionne Warwick, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, and Donna Summer just to name a few. The Jackson 5 started at Motown, then Michael Jackson eventually went against the chairman of Sony Music Entertainment Incorporated, Thomas D. Mottola, so he definitely went mainstream and started talking about the dark side of music because of the big money involved. This was in 2002. In the end, it's about money. Music is a lot of brainwash. I've seen horrible songs make it on top of the Billboard charts because they play them over and over again in the media. It's a tough business. The only color is green in the end. Prince created the Minnesota sound which could be called soul music. Soul is intertwined with disco which started in 1974 by a bunch of people who wanted cool dance music. Soul is associated with groups like the Spinners, the Four Tops, Tavares, the Ohio Players, the Chillites and many others made up of several male vocalists. Frankie Valli, as a white man, could be considered a soul singer. The term blue-eyed soul was for white people who sang soulful songs, mainly the Righteous Brothers, Elvis, and others. An article on soul music at en.wikipedia.org/wiki/soul_music. The history of soul. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/category:soul_music. Articles on soul music at liveabout.com/what-is-soul-music-2851218. At least 20 articles on soul music. TV show on soul music. pbs.org/show/soul. 13.org/program/soul. Soul Train is alive at youtube.com/@soultrain. Other channels put up Soul Train clips too. SoulfulDetroit.com, a soul music forum website. They stay current. Soul record labels at kali.org/en/business/arts_and_entertainment/music/labels/specialty/soul. FAME2.com, House of Fame. History and current activities of one of America's independent record labels and studios. mlronrecords.com, Melron Records. A Philadelphia, USA indie label whose recordings from the early 60s are example of the Philly sound in pop, soul, and rhythm and blues of the era. 1960s soul bands and artists at kali.org/en/arts/music/styles/by_decades/1960s/soul/bands_and_artists. Subcategories. Booker T and the MGS. Brown, James. Chandler, Gene. Charles, Ray. Chillites. Delphonics, They. Drifters, They. Franklin, Aretha. James, Etta. Mayfield, Curtis. Pickett, Wilson. Redding, Otis. Sam and Dave. Shirelles, They. Simone, Nina. Sledge, Percy. Taylor, Johnny. Terrell, Tammy. Turner, Tina. Warwick, Dion. Wilson, Jackie. DramaticSoul.tripod.com. TheMightyDells.com, The Mighty Dells. 1960s soul music websites at kali.org/en/arts/music/style/by_decades/1960s/soul. Angelfire.com/biz6/Motown and Soul Forever, welcome to Motown and Soul. This site is a celebration of soul in all its forms. An artist-focused approach including pages on the Temptations, William Bell, the Shirelles, and others. soul-patrol.com, Soul Patrol. a celebration of soul, jazz, blues, rock, funk, and the culture that has evolved from it. soul-patrol.com/funk/east_co.hdm, East Coast Groove, article about the 70s East Coast bands. soulgalore.com, Soul Galore, audio samples, articles, chat, sound cards, discussion forum, and shopping links. souljunkie.co.uk, Soul Junkie, UK-based site providing news and reviews of soul, funk, jazz, and R&B music. soulshak45.com, Soul Shack, the rhythm and blues oldies, blues, northern soul, funk. Scott Relf and Johnny Rivera host the Soul Shack radio show, available in downloadable MP3 format. soulsiphon.co.uk, Northern Soul by Soul Siphon, audio, gig guide, scans of badges and records, and links. soulsvilleusa.com, Stax Museum of American Soul Music, official site, features history, music, merchandise, and news on the home of the Memphis Sound. soultracks.com, Soul Tracks, the companion site to the Soul Tracks show on XM satellite radio. Includes artist bios and Where Are They Now features. soulwalking.co.uk, Soul Walking, Toby Walker's Guide to Soul Music, including over 1,000 biographies of artists. staxmuseum.com, soulsvilleu.s.a. The Museum of American Soul Music showcases more than 2,000 exhibits covering the history of Stax records, news and events, membership and gift shop. supersoul.itgo.com, Super Soul, list of the best soul and funk albums. themodies.com/index.htm, themodies.com, Soul Happenings, soul events in the Baltimore/Washington, D.C. area. Soul music websites at musicmounts.org/styles/rhythm_and_blues/soul. angelfire.com/il2/regal. The showtime at the Regal Theater. The Regal Theater provided some of the greatest black live entertainment in Chicago. bigboppa.co.uk, Big Boppa, soul, easy listening, and oldies records from the 60s and 70s, vinyl cleaner, and record sleeves. enfunclopedia.com, Enfunclopedia, a guide to funk and soul music, organized alphabetically. memphisrockandsoul.org, Memphis Rock and Soul Museum, museum information, e-cards, message forum, trivia, and links. musicaustin.com, Music Austin, spotlight on Austin music, music clips, and information about the R&B artists from the Austin, Texas area. musicstreet.com, Music Street, R&B, and reggae news including UK charts and tour dates. rhythm-n-blues.org, Rhythm and Blues Foundation, fostering wider recognition, financial support, and historic and cultural preservation of rhythm and blues music and artists of the 1940s, 1950s, and 1960s. rhythmandtheblues.org.uk, Rhythm and Blues Music Primer, dedicated to blues and authentic soul. scorchandsoul.co.uk, Scorchin' Soul, full-length classic 60s and northern soul tracks in real audio. soul-go-go.demon.co.uk, Soul A Go-Go, Northern Soul, Mod, and Medway. soul-patrol.com, Soul Patrol, a celebration of great black music, from the ancient to the future, including soul, jazz, blues, rock, funk, and the culture that has evolved from it. soul-patrol.com/funk/east_co.hdm, East Coast Groove, article about the 70s East Coast bands. soulgalore.com, Soul Galore, audio samples, articles, chat, sound cards, discussion forum, and shopping links. souljunkie.co.uk, Soul Junkie, UK-based site providing news and reviews of soul, funk, jazz, and R&B music. soulsiphon.co.uk, Northern Soul by Soul Siphon, audio, gig guide, scans of badges and records, and links. soulsiphon.currentbun.com, Soul Siphon Northern Soul, dedicated to rare 1960s Detroit/Motown style soul music. SoulsvilleUSA.com, Stax Museum of American Soul Music, official site features history, music, merchandise, and news on the home of the Memphis Sound. Soulwalking.co.uk, Soul Walking, Toby Walker's Guide to Soul Music, including over 1,000 biographies of artists. Top20randb.com, Top20randb.com, R&B Music Guide for artists with downloads, news, reviews, charts, and videos. Soul music websites 1. bluesandsoul.co.uk, bluesandsoul.com, bluesoulmusic.com, bubblesoulmusic.com, chrishunt.biz, davidnathan.com, discosavvy.com, drfunk.com, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/northern_soul, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/soul_music, facebook.com/blacksoulmusic, funk45.com, gospelflava.com, grammy.com, grapevine-soul.com, heartandsoul.co.uk, heart-soul-music.com, history-of-rock.com/soul_music.htm, honeysoul.com, jeffosretromusic.com/soulmusic.html. Soul music websites 2. northernsoul.co.uk, northern-soul-music.org.uk, nsoul.com, paretasoul.com, prosoul.com, rebelsoulmusic.com, rhythmandtheblues.org.uk, saveoursoul.nl, singer-songwriter.com/genre/soul, songharvest.com, soul.meetup.com, soulbrother.com, soulcatchermusic.com, soulfulkindamusic.net, souljoyrecords.com, soulman.net, soulmusic.com, soulmusicstore.com, soul-patrol.com, soul-patrol.net, soul-providers.com, soulsearchmusic.com, soul-sides.com, soul-source.co.uk, soulsvilleusa.com, soultracks.com, soulwalking.co.uk, underground-soul.com.